The land by the river that waited. Bengal was a land shaped by rivers. The rivers gave it stories, songs, poetry, and people who knew how to survive floods, hunger, and hope at the same time. From the muddy banks to the busy streets, Bengal had always given more than it asked for. Its thinkers had taught the nation how to dream. Its workers had built cities far beyond its borders, and its fields had fed mouths it would never see. Yet, as time passed, Bengal began to feel invisible. Across the country, other states were changing rapidly. New roads appeared overnight, factories rose like steel forests, and cities glowed brighter each year. News channels celebrated development, growth, and opportunity. Names of states repeated again and again, while Bengal's name slowly faded into the background. In the village of Shonarpara, an old school teacher named Anirban used to sit by the river every evening. Children gathered around him, asking questions about the world beyond their narrow roads. Sir, one boy asked, why do others get new schools and hospitals while ours are still broken? Ban looked at the river before answering. Sometimes, he said, softly, those who speak less are heard less. Bengal spoke through culture, not noise. It believed contribution would be remembered, that sacrifice would be respected. But the system, listening to the country, had changed. It now favored loud demands, strategic alliances, and visible obedience. It distant capitals' decisions were made using charts and numbers. Bengal's complexities did not fit neatly into them. Its problem required patience, understanding, and long-term care, things that did not look impressive in quick reports. So, resources went elsewhere. Industries were promised to states that aligned more closely with central power. Funds were released faster to regions that played. In Kolkata, once the beating heart of the nation's intellect, old buildings stood tired beside shining billboards advertising progress elsewhere. The city still had brilliance, but brilliance alone could not repair broken infrastructure or create employment. A journalist tried to tell Bengal's story. She wrote about delayed funds, ignored proposals, and unfair comparisons, but her articles were buried under louder headlines. People don't want complex truths, her editor said. They want simple success stories. Still, Bengal endured. Farmers continued to work the soil. Artists continued to create. Teachers continued to teach, even without resources. There were frustration, yes, but also dignity. One year, the river flooded again. The people rebuilt as they always had. Volunteers came, not because they were told to, but because they cared. That was Bengal's strength and also its weakness. It survived without begging, but survival is not the same as growth. One evening, Anirban told the children a story. A tree that gives shade, fruit, and oxygen is often taken for granted, he said. The axe does not attack it first, but it also does not protect it. The children understood. Bengal was that tree. The story of Bengal is not one of failure, but of neglect. Not because it lacks potential, but because fairness is often replaced by convenience. Development, when distributed unevenly, becomes another form of injustice. And yet, Bengal waits not in silence, but with resilience, waiting for a time when contribution matters more than compliance, when history is respected, and when every state is valued, not for how loudly it demands, but for how deeply it has given. Until then, the rivers keep flowing and Bengal keeps hoping.